Hi there, this is Advocate Prashant along with Advocate APurv Prasad, and in this video we are going to talk about the rights, duties, obligations and cautions that an intending couple or the commissioning couple must exercise if in case they are going to have their child by the ART method of surrogacy. When we talk about surrogacy in India, it is essentially regulated by the Surrogacy Regulation Act of 2021, and all the regulations or all the law pertaining to this surrogacy has been provided therein. In this video, what our target is to let you know at least the bare essentials that you must know with respect to surrogacy. So let's begin with APurv, that what are the essential requirements for being in opting surrogacy, what are the requirements for the intending couple, what are the requirements for the surrogate mother, and what are the offenses which are applicable in the case of contravention of any of the provisions of this act.
Right.
APurv, over to you.
Right. So under the 2021 Act, surrogacy has been categorized into two areas, which is altruistic surrogacy and commercial surrogacy. And the 2021 Act only permits altruistic surrogacy. Now, what is the difference? So altruistic surrogacy is a method whereby the commissioning or the intending couple will only provide the medical fee, whatever is required, to the surrogate woman and nothing beyond that. However, commercial surrogacy is whereby a fee or a payment or an award is given to the surrogate mother. However, the 2021 Act completely bars commercial surrogacy. So there's only one method which is allowed, which is altruistic surrogacy. So an intending couple must make sure that the process of surrogacy they're opting for is altruistic in nature and not commercial in nature. Now, the age requirements of the intending couple or the commissioning couple have been provided in the Surrogacy Regulation Act. So for a male to be eligible, he should be between the age limit of 26 to 55 years of age, and for a woman it should be between 23 years to 50 years of age. Now these age group couples can be eligible for surrogacy procedure.
Correct.
Now further, there are certain requirements, certain certificates which need to be obtained both by the commissioning parents as well as the surrogate mother to be eligible for this process, and we're going to talk about that right after this. So the first thing which needs to be obtained is a certificate of infertility. So the first thing that the couple must ascertain is that they are surely incapable of producing a child through natural means, which is their certificate of infertility. So there are certain categories under this. So a certificate of essentiality must be obtained from the appropriate authority. A certificate of medical indication, which is basically indicating a need for gestational surrogacy as a means to obtain the child, that should be obtained. An order must be obtained from the magistrate, which is basically concerning the parentage and the custody of the child which is to be born, and that order from the magistrate will also act as the birth affidavit of the child. And lastly, an insurance coverage towards the surrogate mother must be given by the intending couple for a period of 36 months, which is essentially to cover for the costs of post-delivery complications which are going to occur.
True.
Now, along with these certificates, the appropriate authority must be satisfied. So the appropriate authority has to give a certificate of eligibility. So the appropriate authority will only give a certificate of eligibility after being satisfied of two things: that the age requirements of the couple is fulfilled. Like I said, the woman should be between 23 to 50 and the man can be between 26 to 55. And secondly, that the couple do not have a surviving child of their own. So it means that they only need a surrogacy procedure to obtain a child when they don't have a child of their own. However, there is an exception to this rule.
Yeah, there is this exception also, no? If the child is has a mental or physical issue, or if in case there is a terminal disease
or a life-threatening
disease.
Right.
So in these are the exception.
So in such cases, when a child of these conditions is alive, then the appropriate authority can allow the couple to have another baby through the means of surrogacy.
Yeah.
Now, so these are the requirements with regards to
commissioning couple.
With regards to the with regards to the intending couple.
Now, with respect to the surrogate mother, there are also certain requirements which are to be fulfilled, wherein the first requirement is that she should also have the certificate of eligibility. Second, that only a person who has been ever married can be a surrogate. Like she can be a divorced person, but previously she was married. A, a person who has never been married cannot be a surrogate mother.
Right.
Third requirement is that the surrogate mother should have a natural child of her own, and then she should be between the age of 25 to 35 years.
Right.
She cannot donate her gametes.
Right.
She can do this process only once in her lifetime.
Right.
So all these requirements have been given to assure that any racket or a permanent profession out of this thing cannot be created.
Yes, yes, yes. So this also means that if the surrogate mother is out of free will wanting to go for this procedure right now, so the commissioning couple must ensure that that same woman has not gone through the process before in her lifetime.
Yeah. So if in case you want to assure that she has not gone through this thing, you can take an affidavit also from her. Moreover, when you go to take the permission from the magistrate for this process, in that scenario, there on the affidavit, this thing should be mentioned that the surrogate mother has not ever gone through any other surrogacy process. Right.
Thereafter, after fulfilling all of these criteria, a surrogate mother is granted a certificate of eligibility by the appropriate authority.
Yeah.
Right. So after that, what needs to be kept in the mind of an intending couple is that the surrogacy clinic that they opt for must be registered. So it is pertinent that all surrogacy clinics in India, operating in India, are registered. So whatever clinic they visit must be registered, and they should make sure of this.
This act also provides that there can be no kind of encouragement with respect to surrogacy. Like there cannot be any offer from the hospital or from any person that they provide end-to-end surrogacy services. Like, you know, they will arrange for the process, they will arrange the surrogate mother, or even the donate gametes or the site or all these things. So this commercial encouragement, if any person is doing any kind of commercial encouragement with respect to, or if any person is offering that he can arrange a surrogate mother, in that scenario, not only that person will be liable for punishment, but even the intending couple would be liable for punishment.
Right.
So in this, whenever you are going for a surrogacy process to obtain a child, you have to be very cautious from the hospital or from the person you are dealing with for obtaining the surrogate mother. That's why it is always prescribed or advised that you must get a surrogate mother whom you have known for many years, or who is known to you through some reference.
Right. She could be a kin, she could be a blood relative.
Yeah, she can be a blood relative as well, or even if a not blood relative, distant relative, or you know, a person known to you, would be always a safer, you will be on a safer side, because there are plenty of cases where, you know, after getting impregnated, the surrogate mother, they start developing affection with the child, or they start demanding money from the couple, and in that scenario it becomes very disturbing for the intending couple to deal with these situations, because if you pay, then too you are liable for punishment. If you don't pay, in that scenario,
there's a risk of losing the child.
There is a risk of losing the child, but at the same time, the surrogate mother also has a right to file complaint that she is being harassed, and she has been unknowingly impregnated. So the surrogate mother has so many rights, or so many rights under this act, that you have to be very cautious with respect to choosing the surrogate mother.
Yes.
And in this act, then there are offenses that have been provided, and the punishment ranges from 3 years to up to 10 years, and a fine of ranging from 10 lakh rupees to up to 25 lakhs of rupees.
Yes.
And if in case you are found to be utilizing any of the racket or agency with respect to surrogacy, then as I told you earlier, the responsibility is on you also to not to fall into trap, and you must take all the cautions to identify whether the surrogacy is being done in an altruistic manner or in a commercial manner.
Right. Furthermore, a written consent from all parties is a must. So the intending couple, the donor as well as the surrogate mother must certify their consent in a written form, and that is obligatory in nature.
Yes. So though there can be a consent, but still you have to be cautious, because that consent may be, declined on the ground of that was made under pressure or coercion, or there was any undue influence on the party. So that's why all these things should not be there. For that you have to be extra cautious.
The intending couples must also be very certain of this fact that they cannot abandon the child once the process has begun.
Yeah.
So neither the surrogacy clinics nor the intending parents can abandon the child once the process has begun.
And for that also there is this penalty and
yes.
punishment.
Yes.
And when it comes to the definition of commercial surrogacy, then you must also understand that other than the medical expenses and the 36-month insurance, you are not required to pay anything more. And if in case you pay any amount other than that, then that will become a commercial surrogacy in simple terms.
Right.
No fee, no kind of fee, no kind of help, no kind or any kind of gift. All these things are completely barred.
Right. Furthermore, no person under the act, no person can actually influence, encourage, or persuade the woman to abort the child. And this is a very important provision, I feel.
So this is all with respect to the cautions that a couple or the intending couple should at least exercise before entering into a surrogacy treatment, or before going or opting for the surrogacy for their child.
Right.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, APurv.
Thank you. And for any further details regarding surrogacy procedure or the ART procedure, you may refer to our articles on the website regarding the same.